It was last spring, I guess, when Bonefish came up for sale. It appeared on the market sometime around early summer, maybe. And I received a call from the captain and and uh, and his boss, and we discussed the idea. Quickly, it became, well, can I get down to Savannah and have a look at this, have a look at this thing? So the yacht was originally designed by a New Zealand designer by the name of Derek Kelsall. He was a pretty hot multi-hull designer in the Southern Hemisphere back in the 90s. And this boat was designed in the 90s. In fact, originally the brief called for a sailing catamaran, a blue water capable kind of round the world sailing catamaran. And the drawings show the concept for a sloop style rig where the mast is stepped just forward of all of the superstructure right out on deck. There was a headstay made to a centerline nacelle that is actually still a big part of the boat. In fact, it's where the anchoring ground tackle all happened. And then staying rigging were to be attached out at the hulls each year, port and starboard. Sometime during the quite lengthy build, fairly arduous, long, grueling build, I guess this project went through when the original owner first commenced. Somewhere in the middle of that, he had a change of heart, as you might say, and actually decided to scrap the rig altogether and move away from this fully capable, sailing capable catamaran. Abandoned that altogether and started thinking about it more as a powerboat. And that's not a bad idea necessarily. Taking a lightweight hull configuration, a cat hull configuration like this, and making it a power vessel only, um, certainly offers lots of opportunities for cruising and accommodation design and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the renovation is extensive. We're essentially blue skying everything from internally inside the hull, so all of the existing interior out. Um, the fly bridge, the current pilot house and bridge deck level is all scrapped. We're redesigning those. Um, the uh, the existing wing deck cabin trunk will be left behind, kind of. We're going to reuse the top of that, but restyle everything about it. And in fact, a whole new plan view shape will be established. And as you can see in those renderings and compared to the current photographs of the boat, it's quite a drastic change. So lots of aesthetic and style differences and and much more sophisticated level of construction and finish detail throughout. So it's a heavily modified program, and it's not just a refit. So it's kind of it's just a really crazy creative retrofitting of an existing boat. With this, there's the challenges of tearing it apart, the challenges of the redesign and the performance of all of this choreography for the production of building parts and installing new components and systems. When you're working with an existing structure, you are much more confined and you've got to work with what's there, what's in front of you. And that's where the real challenge is. And so there's lots to that. And I look forward to that. I think that's always a benefit for shaking up things that we do normally. Anytime you think about renovating something, you are faced with lots of opportunities, and there certainly is a cost benefit analysis that should be weighed. For instance, how far back do you need to tear things apart to begin anew? And just, how much is the budget? What are we doing with the boat? What are our goals? Is it more efficient to build something new versus tear apart something and build it back to the way you want? those are all great questions. But I think we could argue that there are some basic efficiencies and cost savings to all these projects that look to rebuild or reuse things. And if you can reimagine the original envelope as something new, something to be retooled and to continue existing here with us on this planet, then that's a great thing.